This is an extract from our AHK Hero Club. We have calls 3 times a week. Please like the video if you learned something. This week, I finally did run into that issue you mentioned of Claude compressing itself and then not remembering, not having it available.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it
I,
was,
I saw you get your newsletter, whatever, saying something about that. You upgraded.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to upgrade to the $200 a month. It just, for me, because I use it so much,
Are
and
you
it,
running out of context window, or are you just running out of session time?
no
So,
session time.
is there anything
Okay.
else?
No, because if you're running out of context, I was running out of context. I was working on this Python thing, and it was running out. And I saw some videos and stuff, how to get it back, at least some of it.
Uh-huh.
Where it I have in the project now have a plan.md and a session.md, and when um it gets close to what I think it needs to compact, or
Yeah.
I think it's not doing as good of a job, I just say update those files, and then I
Oh,
clear out the context window, and then I just say let's continue, and it just literally picked up where we left off, but it has like a clear memory now.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I think of it as like in a database when you tell it to vacuum and it cleans up all the space that it was, or in a Outlook also, there used to be, you go tell it to, I guess it's cleanup. I forget what it's called, but it compresses the database. There's all the space that was used, but you don't need it anymore, but they don't self-clean themselves. So you have to tell them, hey, go clean it
Right.
up. And it shrinks way back down, right? So,
Right. So I found out that the difference between clear and compact, you're starting to use up your tokens for
mm,
the next session. Where if you do clear, it literally just starts over. But if
yeah,
you update those files, it's
gotcha.
you get extra. You're not getting extra tokens, but you're getting tokens you would have probably lost because of the compact. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because now it has to go read all
sure.
the yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You follow
IRA.
what I'm saying? So it said it's about anywhere between 20 and 30,000 tokens after you do a compact.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, that's enough for like another 5 to 10% of going before I actually have to stop.
Yeah. And what model are you normally using?
I'm using 4.6 on Sonnet. I'm not using Opus.
Oh, okay.
I
That
mean,
was,
for most of the stuff I'm doing, Sonnet is working fine. I mean, even on the simple planning stuff, the Sonnet is working fine. I don't need
so,
anything.
yeah. And this is an interesting point, Dave, because I too was using Sonnet. And then, I mean, I think we both agree Opus is smarter, right? It's better.
Yeah.
Sonnet can do it. But I realized how much of my time I'm wasting sitting here nudging Sonnet along when if I used Opus, let's say it drops at 20% of my time, right?
Right.
And then that was when I started hitting I ran out of tokens, right? Because it was either,
Yeah, I hate that.
yeah, which is why my point is, and it's just math, right? Of like, hey, the $100 a month gets me X, which is far more than the Pro, right?
Right.
It's 5X that. But the $200 a month gives me 20X the normal. And that's why I was like, for $200 a month, and it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But when it's
Yeah,
part
but
of
if you
your business,
right.
it's like hiring another developer, but far cheaper. And I'm using the premium one and I'm saving my time and it's solving it faster. So that's why I'm like, now here's the other thing that I'm working on. We haven't 100% tested this yet, but in VS Code, so I did a lot of research on this, and someone, if they want to tell me I'm wrong, I'm perfectly fine with that. Irfan was using anti-gravity, and I was before using Cursor, and I started using anti-gravity. But I was like, hey, if I got the $200 a month plan, maybe he and I can draw off that available token usage,
Right.
right? So interesting enough, what I found was, okay, anti-gravity really locks it down where you can't even add something else like this. Cursor allows you to connect to your Claude account, your paid monthly account. However, you have to have a subscription to Cursor also. But VS Code does you can just log right into it, and there's no extra fees, and you draw on those tokens. You're not using the APIs, right? I mean, obviously you're using APIs,
Well,
but
yeah, but not using the API dollar amount where you're paying
that yeah,
separate.
yeah, which still might be cheaper, but I don't know. This is what I wanted to test, right? But I'm like, okay, now, and I've configured my VS Code to use my Max account, and it's going crazy, and it's great because I look at how much usage I have. Like, there's the daily usage, or actually not even daily. What is it, like 4 times a day,
Yeah.
limit, and then they have a weekly limit, which that's relatively new. But and in the Pro version, you have a weekly limit for Sonnet separate from other models, which is really kind of weird. But
Okay.
so anyway, so that's my reasoning of like I'm doing this so much, and I'm going to show you guys some of the tools that I built. Again, never looking at the code, right? Um, I'm just blown away at this. Oh, I forgot to actually list one. There's another one that was really fascinating. But oh, I forget. Oh, good, Irfan's here. He Ramadan for them right now. They fast all day and then they break their fast. And because of our hour moved up for him, now it's right at this time. So
Oh, times for him to eat.
he was scarfing down. Yeah, he finally got a chance to eat today and
Yeah.
drink.
Well, he can be
Hi
late
guys,
to
how are
eat.
you?
Yeah, yeah. So Irfan, I was just talking through which I've been talking to you about all week of like the whole Max plan with Claude and being able to leverage that account through either Claude Code, but I don't know if you and I both used the desktop app to log in, I think they would really see that. I'm pretty sure they would, that would be tough.
Yeah, they would have the IP, I think.
Well, and they probably still do, even with using it through VS Code, right? But
They have to because it's going back to your computer. So
yeah, sure. Yeah, fair, good. Yeah. When you start thinking about the actual thing that's going on, you're right, David.
yeah.
But I'm configured now, and at some point I'll share this unique link with Irfan, and he can see if he can add it. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I've been blown away this week with what his what I've done. Like it's wild.
Yeah, I was having a problem with one of the Python apps getting something to work. I'm creating a mini thing to upload videos to Facebook and Instagram. We were having a problem with Instagram. Claude Code's like, go to Claude AI. I mean, you mean you? He's like, no, I mean the desktop, I mean the web version. And here's the prompt to give it because it'll be able to find the answer. And I'm like, why can't you? He's like, it has better access to the internet. I'm like,
Zayed showed up.
So,
I,
David, on that point, one that I didn't even mention in the notes that I also did this week because I watched that video on how to use Claude Code to connect to do research, and then through a Python API call, talk to NotebookLM to generate videos, do your research inside of NotebookLM and
right.
export it back out, right? And at the
Oh,
time, this is before I was using VS Code with Claude Code. I'm like, I say maybe I'll use Claude Cowork instead, right?
right.
So Claude said, "Oh, we don't have a way to connect through the Python API through Claude Cowork." And I'm like, "Well, how about we use the Claude Chrome extension to automate the notebook connection?" It's like, what a great idea. No one's done that. Let's see if we can do it. And 10 minutes later, um, everything was set up where I could go into Claude Cowork, tell it a topic, it would go do research, find videos, feed those to NotebookLM, and then I would tell it, hey, generate, videos, and it would generate the videos and a podcast and an infographic, like all without me ever logging into NotebookLM, right? It was just
No, that saves a whole bunch of Claude tokens because it had Gemini do basically all the because I'm thinking like that's an idea because Gemini has a lot more free tokens. I don't have a paid account and you can just get a lot of that information.
yeah. I actually have a paid account on Google as well because I was using NotebookLM so much. Um, so I can do even more per day because they limit you like to 5 things a day, NotebookLM, creation,
Right.
and even how many videos and stuff. But I started paying for that because I was doing so many of them. I'm like, this is, and NotebookLM is one of my favorite things for the ability to lock it down in the information it's using is just phenomenal, right? So even if you're not
Right.
making videos, a friend of mine sent me this a shotgun. He's like, "Oh, check out the shotgun," and I'm like, I'm looking at it, and so I said, I took Claude, had to do research on it, fed it to NotebookLM. NotebookLM created a video review on it, pointing out some of the pluses, but a lot of the negatives that I found. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not getting this.
Yeah.
Just a funny use case, right? I doubt many people have done that.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
So, does anyone have anything to work on for their own before we jump
Well,
into?
I have a question. I'm wondering how people handle conversations. Like, I'll have one conversation. I mean, I've got so many conversations. The trouble that I keep running into is, I'll remember, oh, I dealt with this in another conversation, and then it's so hard to find the prior conversation.
Well,
Uh,
correct me if I'm wrong, Ray. Sorry, David. Is part of it is because Ray, I know you. You're using a lot of different tools, right? And when you stick to one or maybe two, at least you have fewer places to go start searching, right?
what I do in Claude Code myself is every chat I rename it to what that chat is. So if I forget something, I just go look at the resume and see which ones are the ones I'm like, oh, that's the one I want, and go back to it. Because but I make sure I rename it every time, just so I know what is what.
Yeah. And it tries to give it a name that'll be helpful, but to your point, David, it's not always how you're going to think of it.
Right. Because a lot of times when I look at names, it usually names it the last chat window thingy it put in. And I'm like, I don't remember what that is. And I got to pull it up. And I'm like, that's not it.
Well, having said that, though, I don't know if they're using embeddings to do a better job of when you do search to find on meaning, you know what I mean, on the topic instead of that actual name.
Right. I don't know.
Because it should be, right? Because then it'd be so much easier. And maybe that's part of, maybe they're not doing that yet. But yeah. Members get unlimited access to 466 plus hours of video lessons, packed with AHK insights to binge learn whenever inspiration hits. Members enjoy a sweet 25% discount on everything we offer, from in-depth courses to ready-made scripts and pro services.